Good morning and welcome back to the car for another Awkward Kid adventure where it's not the destination that's awkward, it's just me. We are headed out on this beautiful, chilly Florida morning to Blue Spring State Park, which is in Central Florida. And today's goal is twofold because not only am I going to show you everything you need to know, but we're hopefully going to get to see manatees. So excited. I have not seen them in the wild before, so I've been waiting all summer for this moment. So let's go. So guys, I'm not actually sure this is going to happen after all. I was not expecting the amount of traffic that is here, but there is a huge line leading up to what I presume is the entrance, and yeah, it's just before 11 in the morning. I got a very late start, and was not expecting this. I never even saw this at the other springs during the middle of summer. So these manatees must be a huge draw. Also, please ignore my filthy windows. This is what we're dealing with here now that I've gotten close enough after over half an hour to be able to see it. We've got lines coming from both directions. Somebody needs to come out here and actually direct traffic by the looks of it. Oh my god. So this is what we had to do. We had to come down here, turn around, and then go back to that other line. That is where we just came from. They're still coming. This park does turn you away if they hit capacity. I have no idea how they have not hit capacity yet, but there's the entrance right up there somewhere. Admission fees, $6 per vehicle if you have 2 to, I think that says 8 people. I'm zoomed in, so you will be able to see this better than me. Ah, there we go, right there. $4 if you're here by yourself, and $2 per person for pedestrians, bicyclists, and extra passengers. Up ahead here, at last, is the toll booth where we'll be paying. Okay, so I just got parked and settled. It's about 11:46. Like I said, I got here, or I started getting in line at like 10, I don't remember if it was 10:40 something or 10:50 something. Either way, it's been an hour that I waited to get into this place. So they had a manatee count at the ticket toll booth, whatever you want to call it, that said 664. So after waiting all this time, these manatees better sail out of the water and hug me. I am not ever coming here again. I know that's really unfair to say, but I don't like waiting. I don't like sitting around in a car for an hour just to get in here and be packed in with people. And of course, there's still the whole Omicron thing going around. So we'll see how packed it is. I have a mask with me just in case. You know, I know that's a hot topic that I don't really want to get into on this channel. You can do what you want. I'm going to have a mask with me just in case it's necessary. And, all right, we'll see if we can navigate this parking lot. I'll see where the handicap spots are. We'll see where the bathrooms are, because after an hour plus 45 minutes driving, I need one. Not that you needed to know that. And we'll get down to the water and finally see some manatees, I hope. It has actually warmed up now. It is no longer chilly. It was in the 40s overnight. It is now, I think, closer to 70. So let's get out of this car and go see what's going on. So I have to apologize here for my camera work, because here in a second you'll see it jerk. I was super anxious when I filmed this day, so I wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing. But as you can see, there are lots of handicap spots right here by this bridge, which looks recently built. It's very nice for wheelchairs. It was nice and flat. Here you can see it from another angle. The grounds itself, you can see, have some grills in some really random places. There aren't any benches nearby. I don't know if they put some out for summer. Most of the walkways were paved. At the bottom of the hill was this restroom here, which has a very nice handicap section. Very big. You're not going to have any problems getting in here. The only problems, as you can see here, are that nobody seems to clean them. I especially loved here under the hand dryer, that just ring of filth. So anyway, as I said, most of the pathways were paved. There is some dirt here, and there were some holes in said dirt, so be careful when you're coming out here. Here's just some signage in case you're interested. Do not give water to the manatees. It's a bad idea. They do have a gift shop and a little restaurant. I did not go in the restaurant, but here is their menu. Not sure what their prices are, but you know, there you go. They just kind of serve the usual fast food sorts of things. The gift shop is exactly what you would expect it to be, just lots of shirts and little knickknacks and stuffed animals. There really wasn't anything of particular interest to me in this store, and I wasn't about to pay $24 for a shirt, so I made a quick circuit just to see what was in there, and then it was back outside to see the manatees. Oh my god, you guys. There's some fish down here too. Get one. Is that one right there? It's hard for me to tell on this light. I'll see what I filmed later and be really embarrassed. Nope, that's a stick. Where's the fish? There it is. Any fish experts know what that is? It's got a really pointy nose. Access to the viewing area as you're looking toward the water has stairs on the left side and a ramp on the right. However, people were using the right side as the exit, and the paths were really narrow, which is a problem that I noticed on their other boardwalk trail as well. So if someone in your party needs a wheelchair, these spaces are pretty tricky to navigate if there's someone coming from the opposite direction. It's either going to be a really tight squeeze, or someone who's walking might have to turn back to another access point and wait for you to go by. It was something that I really wasn't pleased by. You know, I'm sure there's reasons why these had to be as narrow as they were, but I would have appreciated a little bit more space, because even two people walking abreast had to kind of maneuver themselves a little bit. And in one space, there was a full-on tree right in the middle of the boardwalk, so that was interesting. So this has been kind of disappointing so far. There are just way too many people. Make sure none of them are around before I talk about them. Just kidding. There's nobody in particular. There's just way too many people out here. And the viewing area is not very big. And they weren't anywhere near it anyway. I had to zoom in for what I showed you guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep going. Maybe I'm just being a negative Nancy today. You know how it is. All right, kids, I had to cut that short. I feel like a really negative, like, I don't mean to be negative when I say this, but I was just really disappointed. I would not go back. And I feel like I should, to give the place justice. You know, because maybe it's different during different times of the day or during different times of the year. Maybe it's better. I haven't seen it in summer. You can apparently go swimming. I'm not really sure where. Um, Maybe it was there where the manatees were hanging out, the viewing area. It wasn't as nice as Alexander and Silver Glen. And I was thinking about heading back out to Silver Glen today, just to see if there are any manatees out there, because they do hang out there, but all the videos that I've seen are from people that are paddleboarding or kayaking, so they're actually able to get on top, so to speak. Whereas at this place, when you're viewing them, at least at the time of day that I was there, they're out far enough where you could see them there, but it wasn't a very intimate sort of viewing, if that makes sense. You weren't like right there looking at them. Whereas all the fish were, like right here, because they probably get fed all the time by the humans. So they're all like right around the dock area. But I just didn't enjoy it. I don't know. And it could be I'm struggling with mental health, which is something that it's like an all day, especially bad during winter. It's ironic because I came down to Florida thinking that the lack of snow and the lack of gray skies would help, but no, the sun setting early in the winter is still just killing me. So anyway, that could be clouding my opinion on things because I've just been kind of in a funk. And yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I should go back and give it a better shot, but also there were so many people. And that's okay if I'm somewhere, like Disney or something where you're expecting there to be crowds, but if I'm going out into nature, I want to feel like I'm kind of communing with nature, being a hippie or something. Waiting an hour just to get in after driving 45 minutes. And whereas Silver Glen Springs kind of felt like it was in the middle of nowhere, this was, you had to drive through civilization basically to get there. So there were all these there was lots of traffic going both ways and the roads were kind of narrow. And so if you get anxious when you're driving like I do, that was just not my thing. So I feel really bad because I feel like I should be saying better things. And it was, the water was still pretty. But final thoughts also, besides that, are that the bathrooms, well, the women's bathroom at least, was gross. The sink was filthy, and then the blow dryer for your hands, you could see this big spot underneath of just dirt, and that was dirt that was being blown off people's hands, because even after you've washed, and I used to see this a lot when I groomed dogs, even after we've scrubbed the heck out of them, when you use the velocity dryer to blow them dry, after so many dogs you just see like these grime spaces on the walls, and that was that was what was on the wall of this bathroom. So maybe it's because they don't have enough staff to clean, but if anybody that works at Blue Spring is watching this, please clean your bathrooms. Anyway, so that's about all the rambling I have for you today. I'm sorry that I didn't go as in-depth with this place as I usually do for the other places that I've been to, but I just couldn't handle all the people today. It was just too much. So I might go back at some point to give it a second chance. We'll see. As it stands right now, would I recommend it to somebody? No, not really. Not unless you're absolutely desperate to see manatees and you have nowhere else that you could go. But any of the other springs, as far as I know, also have manatees. And if you go out west to Crystal River, you can actually swim with the manatees. So I'd like to do that at some point, but again, money. Anyway, thank you guys for coming along. And once again, dealing with the hiatus between videos. Again, mental health sucks. So I will see you guys next time, whatever that adventure happens to be. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Bye.